Hey guys, what an interesting day. We had a massive gap up overnight, and then we had a huge 3.1% day. This was the biggest 2-day rally that SPY has had since April 2020 of COVID. So a couple things that I'm looking at here is we have this phantom candle. So the actual true bottom of today was around 372, which was about right here. However, there came a print at some point, and this is probably dark pool activity, that actually showed our bottom range as 366.57, which gives us about $11 range when really put in a $5 range. So that's something to keep in mind. This has happened a couple times. However, I've never seen it to the downside, and every time it's happened, either that day or the next day, that price level has been hit. It's been like a couple months since this has happened though, so I'll be curious to see what happens. Usually this is most likely related to dark pool prints. So anyways, a couple things to see here. So you got this red resistance line that dated back to right here before CPI. We broke through that, so we can go ahead and get rid of that. And now we just kind of have this nice black bear channel that we're closing in on resistance. So that resistance tomorrow is going to be right here, right about 382.2. The big thing I'm seeing today is we did gap up over 370.6. We really opened up over 372.2 was the open. And then we filled our gap right here. We fought at this 377.3 resistance almost all day. They rejected numerous times, and then finally end of day poked through. We closed right at 378. What I'm seeing is we did close below the 220 EMA. We are forming a potential nice double top here at 378, which could bring back a support test. After really 3 days, if you include Friday's low to today, we went on a $20 move up. So from Friday's close to today's close was about a $20 move total, $21 move. That's a pretty big move, and that's about how much a dead cat bounce usually is. So there's potential we could come test this 382 tomorrow, but from there, I would more or less suspect the sell-off, kind of like we saw here, which just was FOMOC day, but I think a similar candle is possible. But I'm more looking for something like right here with Jackson Hole where we sold off. Key support is still 370.6. With the just kind of crazy of strength we had in this run up with volume and trend being so far off, I would like to see a support test of 370.6 and really fake gap fill back down here and really even touch 366.6 before I believe in this rally continuing up. The media is really spreading the FUD right now though. So looking at futures, you can kind of see this double top I'm talking about. That's right there at 3805, which is also the 20 EMA that it rejected at. Key support first is 3770, and then all the way down here 3730, and then we got right here at 3710. Looking at Apple, Apple set us up with a nice hanging man candle right here. So usually I would not be bearish on this, but being with the huge gap up that we had, and this one did not finish the gap fill. So with our V line, unless Apple opens over really 150.7 tomorrow, which is like another 3%, 4%, 3 to 3.5% open, it's going to break this V bottom recovery, and we should see some downside. So this level right here at 146.1 was heavy support resistance, and we failed to break through the daily AEMA. I'm expecting a potential double top right here at 146.1, and I think we're going to back test support down here closer to 142.5. If we have a red open, we really could even come down closer to like 141.3. That's our key support. Key resistance, if we do push, is going to be right here at 146.7, and then the big one to keep an eye on is 149.4. A closure back over this level would be a big deal. Looking at Tesla, Tesla's an interesting trend. So we still have that huge inverse head and shoulders I was talking about here. Tesla looked pretty bullish today before the Twitter news came out. It was pushing, and I thought it was going to try to test this 260.5 resistance and maybe even go for the gap fill before seeing downside. I still thought this had potential for downside because it was rejecting 255 very heavily before the news, and then it broke up a little bit, and then the news came in and it went on like a crazy, like almost $16 drop really. This 250 or 242.4 level is very key support. We have 2 days now of this being support, and then right here we did a lot of fighting at the end of the day at 250. You can see how much we spent right here at this 250, or there we go, right here, this 250 level with fighting all day, and then finally right in the last candle we did pop open over it. So I'm gonna keep an eye on that tomorrow. I personally still think that Tesla needs to see some more downside. I think it could see the 220s to the 230s tomorrow and end of week, and that would complete the pattern. At least a touch of 222 would complete the pattern. You can maybe say it was completed if we hit 230, 237. So the VIX is interesting. We did technically break our bull channel here, and it's kind of a similar candle like we had back on September 9th. This nice Dragonfly Doji here. So this actually could be seen as a reversal candle. We did hold the 20 EMA, and we held this key 28.3 level here. So I do suspect us to bounce back up at least a little bit tomorrow. So that's something I'm keeping an eye on as a VIX. So interesting enough, if when SPY has a 3% plus day, you would suspect the VIX to have, kind of like yesterday or this day last week, a really big sell-off. So the VIX not selling off means there's still a few in the market, but we were able to rally through it. So I'm not really sure what to take of that just yet, but I personally feel that today and yesterday was just a really big dead cat bounce, kind of like we saw back in here. And also comparing it back to June, we had the bottom, and then we rallied really hard, and then we kind of rejected this 390 level. This is the only biggest day compared to the day we had today. And this day was a very similar in the volume, and same with this. So this is something I'm watching, where tomorrow we very well could see a top put in, and then we're going to start a sell-off to come back and retest this support down here. So I'm keeping an eye on that. Obviously our level's a little closer to 380, so we probably could test back into the 360s. So keeping an eye on something about maybe a gravestone doji forms tomorrow, and then the downside starts for Thursday and Friday. Looking at crypto, so now crypto though is interesting. Bitcoin is interesting in the fact that it did break through this resistance line, which dates back to November of 2021, so almost a whole year old now, and it did break its bear market resistance. So effectively, crypto has broken the bear resistance. So that is actually kind of bullish for overall market. Usually crypto leads. So it'll be interesting to see if crypto can keep up this momentum. It looks pretty good right now. Crypto is attempting to close over its 8 and 20 EMA for the first time since the last dead cat bounce, and then you can see what happened there. So we're going to look tomorrow for crypto to test 21K. Break through this resistance line, which dates back to August, and this is essentially the same resistance line that we're seeing on SPY that we have to test just yet. It'd be this resistance line right here, so which is about 390s. So I'm keeping an eye on that for tomorrow. We see a rejection there, and we start selling back off, and a closure back under 20K tomorrow, or that could signal more downside to come. All right, I hope you guys have a good day. Going to be interesting the next couple days to see where the market goes after 2 days of this crazy bull run. All right, see you guys later. Thanks for tuning into this video. Hope you guys enjoyed it. If you like what you saw, go ahead and hit the like and subscribe button to stay updated. I am providing my Discord link right here. That's a lifetime link. If it doesn't work, go ahead and send me a message and I will get you a new link. I do have a pre-market update I do every day where I update with supports and resistances and different scenarios that might play out through the day. I also do a live commentary throughout the day with updates and changes, and I do push out buy and sell alerts on SPY and other tickers that I'm trading at the time. Currently, membership is $20 per month or $228 per year. You can follow me on YouTube, Twitter, Instagram, or TikTok under SPY Optionaire, or Reddit under Daddy Dirch.